The Los Angeles Lakers faced the media after one of the most embarrassing performances of their season, a brutal 121-92 defeat to the Oklahoma City Thunder, the defending NBA champions. This wasn't just another loss, it was the Lakers' worst showing of the 2025-26 campaign, a game that exposed flaws on both ends of the court and raised questions about the team's consistency. With their fourth loss now on the books, the Lakers slid down to 5th place in the Western Conference, while Oklahoma strengthened its grip on the top seed with the league's best record. From the moment the ball went up in Oklahoma City, the Thunder made it clear why they sit at the league's summit. They played with pace, purpose, and precision, overwhelming the Lakers with their execution. By halftime, the Thunder were already up 70-38, a lead that reflected not just hot shooting, but complete control of tempo, defense, and energy. Los Angeles looked disorganized, outmatched, and unable to respond to the champions' intensity. The dominance didn't slow after the break. In the third quarter, Oklahoma stretched the gap to an astonishing 37 points. The home crowd sensed a statement game unfolding, and the Thunder delivered exactly that. The MVP dictated the entire flow of the game, and in a testament to how one-sided the matchup became, needed only 3 quarters to post 30 points in 29 minutes. He didn't even step onto the court in the fourth, and didn't need to. When the final buzzer sounded, the Lakers walked off the floor knowing they had failed to show the level expected of a team with playoff aspirations, and the players made no effort to hide that reality in their post-game interview. Luka Doncic, the face of the franchise, spoke with unusual candor. The star guard admitted that the loss reflected more than just an off night. It exposed weaknesses he must personally address. Despite playing 33 minutes, he struggled to find any rhythm, finishing with 19 points, 4 turnovers, and just 35% shooting. His frustration was evident, not only with the result, but with his own performance. "This was my worst game of the season, and it happened because of the Thunder," he acknowledged. "They did an incredible job defending me. They're champions for a reason, and tonight they showed exactly why. We weren't ready, and that has to start changing with me. They made me realize I need to be better, a lot better." His comments reflected a shift in tone, accountability mixed with a recognition that the Lakers, if they want to compete with teams like Oklahoma, must raise their standards immediately. Austin Reeves, normally one of the team's stabilizing voices, echoed that sentiment. He didn't sugarcoat the experience. Reeves noted that the game slipped away long before halftime and praised the Thunder for their cohesion and discipline, qualities he believes the Lakers must mirror if they want to be taken seriously. It got ugly fast. Honestly, it felt like the game was basically decided early in the second quarter, Reeves said. "Against the Thunder, if you're not sharp, you don't even have a chance. That's what separates them. Their chemistry is unbelievable. You hear nothing but positive things about that organization, and nights like this remind you why. They're a model of what success looks like in the NBA." Reeves, who finished with just 13 points, spoke openly about the challenge of facing a team that rarely beats itself and punishes every mistake. Then there was Marcus Smart, the veteran voice and defensive anchor brought in to add toughness. His message was short, blunt, and left no room for interpretation. "There's nothing to take from this," Smart said. "We got completely beat down. They destroyed us, plain and simple." Smart's reaction captured the mood around the locker room. Frustration mixed with the understanding that performances like this cannot happen for a team with postseason ambitions. For the Lakers, this wasn't just a loss. It was a reminder of the gap separating them from the league's elite. The Thunder played like champions. The Lakers didn't play like contenders. And with the season intensifying, the question now becomes how Los Angeles responds. Whether this becomes a turning point or a sign of deeper problems. One thing is clear, the players know the urgency, and after a night like this, the rest of the league does too. LeBron James is finally approaching a significant milestone in his recovery, and for the Los Angeles Lakers, the timing couldn't be more important. After weeks of uncertainty surrounding his condition, the franchise now has its clearest indication yet that their 40-year-old superstar is nearing a return to game action. According to ESPN's Shams Charania, James spent Wednesday practicing with the South Bay Lakers, the organization's G League affiliate. The move wasn't a demotion, it was a strategic step in his rehabilitation plan, giving him controlled reps, a full court environment, and the freedom to push his limits without the demands of an NBA game. This session, held in El Segundo, marked his first practice of the season and included a complete 5-on-5 run, something the Lakers have been waiting to see for months. Before the Lakers faced the Oklahoma City Thunder, head coach JJ Redick addressed the media and described James's performance as a meaningful step forward. Redick highlighted that James didn't just jog through drills, he actively participated in transition work, executed half-court sets, and completed between 12 and 15 possessions of live, full-contact basketball. According to Redick, James looked comfortable, fluid, and showed no visible signs of limitation. James has been sidelined since the start of the season due to right side sciatica, a condition that has caused both pain and mobility issues. The Lakers have treated his recovery with extreme caution, knowing the physical demands of an 82-game season and the critical role James plays as both leader and primary playmaker. But this most recent update suggests that the final phase of his return protocol has begun. If his progress continues at the current pace, James could make his season debut as early as Tuesday, November 18th, when the Lakers take on the Utah Jazz. The organization has not officially confirmed this target date, but the trajectory indicates that the window for his return is narrowing quickly. Meanwhile, the Lakers remain in the middle of a demanding 5-game road trip. They currently sit at 1 win and 2 losses on this stretch, with upcoming matchups against the New Orleans Pelicans and the Milwaukee Bucks, 2 teams that present physical challenges and playoff-level intensity. These games will test the depth and resilience of a roster that has battled injuries from the opening week of the season. Despite these setbacks, Los Angeles has managed to stay competitive. Through 12 games, the team has posted an 8-4 record, good for 5th place in the Western Conference. Veterans and role players have stepped up, delivering balanced contributions to help keep the Lakers in the playoff picture while they await the return of their top star. This stability has been crucial in preventing the team from falling into an early season hole. Still, the question looming over the franchise is what version of LeBron James will take the floor once he is officially cleared. At 40 years old and coming off a recovery from both sciatica and the MCL sprain he suffered in last season's playoff series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's expected that James will need time to re-establish his rhythm, conditioning, and timing. The Lakers will likely ramp him up gradually rather than throwing him immediately into heavy minutes. Yet, even with these considerations, the impact of his presence cannot be overstated. James's return would instantly elevate the team's offensive structure, defensive communication, and overall confidence. His ability to control tempo, create mismatches, and elevate the play of those around him is something the Lakers have missed, even with their strong start. As the roster gets healthier and the team begins to find continuity, Los Angeles could soon resemble the version of itself that the front office envisioned during the offseason, one capable of competing with the elite teams in a crowded Western Conference. And with James now taking meaningful steps toward returning, the Lakers may be weeks, or even days, away from operating at full strength for the first time this year. For now, all eyes remain on the next practice session and whether James joins the main Lakers group on Monday. If that happens, the anticipation surrounding his return will only intensify, signaling the start of a pivotal stretch for a team hoping to regain momentum and reassert itself among the West's top contenders. Sources around the league say Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka is closely tracking Gafford's situation as Los Angeles looks for ways to strengthen its interior presence around Doncic. With the February 5 trade deadline approaching, the Lakers, now under head coach JJ Redick, are not just considering minor changes, they are aggressively evaluating roster upgrades that could elevate the team around their new franchise superstar. Luka Doncic arrived in Los Angeles carrying massive expectations as he stepped into the centerpiece role once held by LeBron James, now 40 years old, and so far Doncic has delivered historic franchise-shifting performances that have forced the Lakers front office to remain fully committed to building the perfect supporting cast. Gafford's name continues to surface because he has been one of the few consistent bright spots on a Mavericks team still searching for identity. Entering Friday at 2-6, Dallas has struggled to find rhythm on both ends of the court. According to ClutchPoint's Brett Siegel, multiple teams, Los Angeles included, have been monitoring Gafford closely as the Mavericks deal with early season problems. Dallas's disappointing start has only increased speculation about potential roster changes. Luka Doncic is currently producing at an MVP level pace, 40 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists per game. His command of the offense, his ability to dictate tempo, and his unique combination of vision and shot creation have immediately transformed the Lakers' identity. But even with Doncic's dominance, Los Angeles lacks one key piece: a true vertical lob partner capable of playing above the rim, collapsing defenses, and generating easy scoring opportunities in the pick and roll. DeAndre Ayton has remained productive, but continues to struggle with consistency around the basket. Those finishing issues have pushed the Lakers to explore more explosive, more dependable alternatives, and Gafford fits that role seamlessly. His rim-running, elite vertical athleticism, shot-blocking instincts, and mobility make him an ideal complement to Doncic's playmaking brilliance. Gafford's 2025 numbers: 12 points, 5.3 rebounds, 1.7 blocks, and 1.3 steals offer only a partial picture. His real impact comes from the way he changes shots, the pressure he applies in transition, and the vertical spacing he provides, something the Lakers currently lack. In JJ Redick's system, which emphasizes tempo, spacing, and decisiveness, Gafford's presence could dramatically alter the team's offensive flow. Meanwhile, Dallas finds itself facing a far more complex situation. The Mavericks expected to be contenders, but early struggles have raised questions about roster construction and long-term direction. The team still has no sense of what this roster looks like at full strength, especially with Kyrie Irving missing most of the season due to an ACL injury. His return remains uncertain, and there is growing belief that Dallas may not rush him back if losses continue to pile up. Today, the Mavericks core includes Cooper Flagg, the number 1 overall pick and centerpiece of their future, veteran star Anthony Davis, Daniel Gafford as the trade-monitored rim protector, PJ Washington as a reliable two-way forward, Max Christie emerging as a key shooter, and Irving sidelined indefinitely. This mix of youth, star talent, and unpredictability makes Dallas one of the most volatile teams in the Western Conference. Coaching only adds to the uncertainty. Jason Kidd did sign an extension, but history shows coaching extensions offer little protection when expectations rise and results disappoint. With pressure mounting around Cooper Flagg's development and the Mavericks stumbling early, the front office may soon need to determine whether the problems come from the roster or from the coaching staff. As the league approaches a pivotal stretch leading into the February 5th deadline, Dallas becomes one of the most important teams to watch. Continued losses could push general manager Nico Harrison toward a soft reset centered on Flagg, while a midseason surge might convince him to stay committed to the current roster. For the Lakers, things are far more straightforward. Luka Doncic is carrying the franchise at a historic level. The team understands exactly what skill sets amplify his strengths, and adding a dependable lob threat remains at the top of their priority list. Daniel Gafford checks every box. His athleticism, energy, and defensive presence could dramatically elevate the Lakers' ceiling under JJ Redick's system. As the season progresses and the intensity builds, the league will continue watching one major question: will the Lakers' pursuit of the ideal partner for Luka Doncic lead them back to Dallas's front office? The answer could reshape both franchises as the countdown to February 5th continues.